No discussion of art film criticism has any salt without taking on the man who is called the father of independent film, John Cassavetes. And in fact, I had so much to say about John Cassavetes and his exceptionally emotionally cathartic films that I spent $5,000 when my annual personal income was around 26, and several weeks of my life, actually, more accurately, months of my life, doing a film about Cassavetes. And here it is.
When I was 17, I could shoot down commie airplanes so easily. It was so easy. My reflexes were so good. I'm finding it harder and harder to zap those pinko-red destroyers of freedom.
I was in a film vault going through stock of Shannon Tweed's films in order to assemble into an erotic version of La Jetée. That's where I found a lost John Cassavetes film.
I mean, it's the incredible story of Maytag, played by Ben Gazzara.
What, can you do better, Ma?
Yes, I can. Because you know what? You don't serve well.
He's a rebellious fighter pilot who gets into an elite flight school with his loyal co-pilot Gander.
Hey, wait a minute. That serve had lots of soul.
Dummy!
Tell you.
Did you like my serve?
I think you can't serve a volleyball.
You don't think I can serve?
No, you
don't
can't
think
serve
I can serve a ball?
Not at all.
You don't think I can serve?
Come on.
You don't think I can serve?
Boys, let's calm.
What has me totally gobsmacked, to quote Scottish recording artist Susan Boyle, is that flying school never got released.
Eunice Krinklevitz. Call sign Uni. You don't have to salute me, but you do have to listen to me because the Pentagon listens to me about your performance review. Okay? This is a MiG. And this is one of our M5. Hello, M5. I'm gonna shoot you down to protect freedom. Hey there, M5. I can go faster than you. Well, that's true, you pinko plane, comrade. Faster than you. Notice I gave him a Russian accent. But I can do a negative G pushover and you can't.
That's not true. The MiG can do a negative G pushover.
You see, I'm having a hard day here. So now you're telling me that you know more about MiGs than me?
And I found the actress who played Gander's wife.
Get out of here with that camera. She ain't under house arrest anymore. Extra casting for Hellcats got what was coming to them. The CW, SAG, and LAPD, they all know it.
I have a love story. I want you to be part of it. I asked him, is it a complicated love story? He chuckled. Are there any other kind?
Give me a break here. I've got something to say to you.
Look, I'm not sorry for what I said to you in the tool shed. God, I could use a drink. It's like I'm a kid, and I'm sitting at the table, all happy with my glass of sugary sweet I love you filled to the brim. And if I had said what a good pilot you were, it's like I would have knocked it over and spilled it all across the table.
Eunice Krinkovitz, do you know I think about you so much, I forget to use the bathroom.
Oh, me tag.
It isn't a good idea right now.
I really think she needs to talk about this. Is she okay?
Creo and crystal light, porque creo in me.
She'll be fine.
When the remake came out, I jumped in my car and I drove up to John and Gina's house. Tears were streaming down my face. He hugged me and he said, "Let's not cry. It just happened."
The remake? I don't understand.
You don't know?
Do you want me to put it in the player?
No, I'm ready. I don't want to handle it.
20 hours. Right. You have to have carnal knowledge of a lady this time. On the premises. On the premises. Come on, man. The bet's a bet.
Paramount paid him for flying school.
Okay, so that was my movie. Since I spend my time on this channel skewering movies, you are welcome to skewer this because, like many of the films that I skewer, it's based off of ego folly. Approximately 7 people told me this film was funny, so I thought that that meant it was brilliant and that it had to be made. In addition to the money of mine that I spent, I should add that all of my friends rallied. People that I didn't even know that well rallied and all gave to a Indiegogo that I pushed like crazy. The actors, 3 of whom are close friends, Suzanne Dodd, Gabrielle Conforti, and Phoebe Venturis, were exceptionally generous, flexible, and tolerant, and wonderful, and gave great performances, as did other actors in the film, including a professional Peter Falk impersonator, who I thank, but I'm not close with him. Aaron, the DP, was incredibly supportive of this movie and did so much for me. And in Nora, my close friend, also was just as involved as Aaron in a different way. Nora and Aaron didn't get along, but they both came together to help me, and they didn't let that stop them from both doing an excellent job on the film. Now, speaking of Aaron, he suggested that I take this film to a public screening in hipster Echo Park. And my cousin and her husband drove an hour and a half each way to get out to Echo Park back in pre-COVID, aka normal LA traffic, and sat and watched the film. And they politely laughed, and so did a few other people. But one woman in the audience, she knew John Cassavetes, and she laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. And that was the big moment of my film career.